Hello, beloveds, and welcome to the Black Mirror Oracle. My name is Jazz. Today, as I was scrying in the Black Mirror, I saw like a table laid out with a grand feast, but the people eating there were gaunt and starving, even though they were like shoving food in their mouth, right? And then I saw the outline of a human shape glowing, and in the background, it was like outer space. And their aura was like a rainbow. So it was almost like closest to the body was red, like the root chakra, then orange, then so on and so out. Radiating from the body, not solid, but kind of like flowing from one color to the next. And then I saw this darkness try to kind of fold around, but this figure was completely unbothered. It didn't even matter. So that was pretty powerful. And so I felt like this was kind of an expansion of last week's message about raising your frequency, that your frequency is raising. But I got this message with that the message with the feast, the starving people at the feast, is that you have to starve toxicity. You can't keep feeding it. So if there are other people in your life and they're bringing you down and they're being super toxic, you can't feed that anymore, right? It will anchor you. This is with your shadow card. It'll make you feel deserted. Toxic people, toxic situations, they anchor you in that toxicity. And you have to starve that toxicity. And I mean, don't feed it with your attention. Don't feed it. Like, for example, if there's a person in your life, and with this Beltane reunion card, let me make sure there's nothing I can't show. With this Beltane reunion card, this could have to do with a romantic relationship or a situationship for you. But basically, the idea is that, let's say it has to do with a romantic partner, but it could be friends or work or anything. And they make you feel bad all the time. And they keep making manufactured drama and all this. If you've been on my channel, you know I'm all about exposing manufactured drama and protecting yourself. You are protected. Look at that. Yeah. And protecting yourself. And so when you give that person attention, your attention is the most sacred thing in the world. It makes things special. It makes things come alive. And when you give them your attention, you're giving them your energy, you're feeding that toxicity. So, like, for example, if there's a person in a situationship and you're kind of stuck in that, you might, they might be giving you mixed signals. They might be giving you, oh, this is such a dramatic situation, when really it's not that big of a deal. Can you just tell me directly what you want? And they just can't do it, right? And so you get anchored in their viewpoint and you become deserted inside. And you want dessert, not to be deserted. Oh God, that was a terrible, I must be really sleepy. Apologies, world. Self-care. Focusing on yourself. Healing, repair, and reconnecting. Okay. You got to starve those toxic people out of your life, because when you shut that down, they come back. They always come back. The song by L. Air, they always come back. Yeah. They always come back because your energy was a free meal and they could always count on it. They would text you something dramatic and you would respond, but you're not doing that anymore. And so with that comes your focus and your energy back on yourself and your life where it belongs. And then later, once you're full of your own love, your own sovereignty, your own glory, your own strength, then you can turn outward again and bring higher vibrational energy that's not going to be toxic, It's not going to drain you, because it's weird. Like, you can help people so much and it not drain you at all, because you'll know what your boundaries are and you'll know when to say no and when to say yes. Choose to be present. When you are stuck in this kind of energy with another person, feeding them and you don't even know it, it's so hard to get grounded in your own body and your own life and your own perspective. Oh, look at this. We have this dark, ominous figure kind of looming over this person. This is very much like the image I saw of the rainbow aura with the dark entity kind of coming around, right? And this aura pushing it away. I feel like, yeah, I see this just kind of icky, drippy energy, and you're ready to cut it off. And so I kind of picture the connection between people like mycelium, because I think fungus, mushrooms, and stuff are fascinating, right? Because it's everywhere. Like, the whole world is built on these mycelial networks. Trees communicate using it. It's in our bodies. It's just everywhere. And so when I kind of visualize, I see these strings of mycelium, like white strings, like connecting everyone. And some of them are very thick if it's with a person you're very close to. But what I see here is, with this person, this connection between you is like rotten. It's like green and black, and it's just kind of sucking your energy away. And that's why you have to starve it. You can't give it your attention. You can't give it your attention. So now we are going to do a channeled reading. Oh, yeah. This person has a very, probably kind of an authoritarian energy to them. It's their way or the highway. Even if they say they're going to do things the way that you have discussed and they agree to it, they might still just do what they want. All right, so let me finish laying out your cards and we will do a channeled message, and then I will pull an angel card for you at the end, okay? An angel number. All right. Wow. One more. You know what? Judgment is in the same position as last week. So if you did not watch last week's message, please go back and watch that. I feel like these two are really tied together. Okay. Beloved, you are being called to create a new level of protection around yourself. One that you've never experienced before. One that gives you calm and confidence in yourself to a level that you did not even think was possible. You are guaranteed to be victorious at this, to break free of this sort of overbearing toxic energy and feast on your life, right? Stop letting other people have the feast. It's your feast. Lift your cup up and celebrate. It has been a dark, scary time with this looming energy sucking you dry. But now you are moving out of that. You are finding the strength to say no more. With this star energy, it is about peace and calm after the storm. You don't want this anymore, even if it means sacrificing love. Because there's a point where you realize that what you accepted as love might not be real love. It might be real love on your side. And they might love you in the way that they can. Or they might be manipulative. It's hard to say with this kind of energy. A lot of people don't realize that they're manipulative when they are. They don't do it on purpose. But you are cutting through the illusions and rising to your highest self. And I feel divine feminine energy here a lot with this Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Star card. There's no gender here. This is just that nurturing. It's time for you to self-care. You had the self-care card earlier. You had the protection card. That self-care, I feel like you need to work on vibrational frequency. So if you know anything about like binaural beats, or I have these like tuning forks or like singing bowls, different things like that that might help you get through this. And you're letting go and you're transmuting it into an independent energy. You know, this strong, self-aware person. But the reckoning in this, beloved, to get through the reckoning is to understand and transmute the feeling of betrayal that, if it has not come yet, will be coming. The feeling of betrayal will be coming. And it'll be a betrayal, a feeling of betrayal from the other person, but it'll be a feeling of betrayal from yourself. And you've got to have this reckoning and forgive yourself so that you can move forward in your life and not punish yourself, right? But rather feed yourself with this positive energy, feed yourself with this higher vibration, but with acceptance too, because you can't pretend that your shadow doesn't exist, right? You can't do toxic positivity or spiritual bypassing and expect to live your best life, right? You have to do the whole kit and caboodle. And so when this reckoning comes, it'll get here faster the faster that you get rid of the toxicity, because a lot of times this crashes out, and then that's what brings the star energy, because you crash and burn first. But once you do, beloved, you're going to really get, I just feel this like you're just like slicing away this connection that's gooey and gross, and it's going to keep reaching for you, but it's going to be like, because you're going to have that big old rainbow chakra shield going on for you, right? And it's just going to be like, it's going to be like an ant trying to, I don't know, poke a bear or something. It's not even going to register for you, because there's just so much empowered, positive energy coming through here. And once your perception shifts, everything's changing. Beloved, I'm so proud of you. You really, if you haven't watched last week's, I really feel like these are back-to-back messages, and you are transmuting so much, and you should be so proud of yourself. This is high-level work. This is high-level work. Thank you for being here, beloveds. And if this message resonates with you, please tell me below. Talk to us. Tell us how you have let go of this toxic energy. Help other people. We all have to be in this together, right? We've all been kind of taught and conditioned to so many toxic things that we accept a lot that we shouldn't accept. So share in the comments. Let us help each other. Thank you so much for being here. If these messages resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe to spread the message. But of course, whatever resonates with your soul, I'm so happy you're here. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to grow with you, beloveds. I'll see you next week.